How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine. In the last episode, we went to Serena Beach, got more shines there, and let's just say we had a very unfortunate time at the casino. We do have to go back one more time. We're going to speak on that later because that's not the focus of today's episode. Today, we're going to be focusing on Isle Delfino like I promised. There's a lot of shines here we actually didn't really have a chance to even attempt or even do. We did have some things we had to unlock, most notably the EGAD's, I guess, extensions or replacement, other things, these things, alright, these things. We're going to be focusing a lot on these to go ahead and access places that we can and get some shines. The first and most easiest one we can pretty much do once you get the hover, not the hover nozzle. This one right here, I forget the name, this is like the, it's the one that makes you go really fast. I should remember the name, but I don't. I know that the blue one's the hover, red is rocket, gray is like the fast nozzle. It's something like that. But what we're gonna do is, if you see at the very end, right under, I guess the bell, is it? Yeah, the bell. There is a hidden door that you do need this nozzle for. We go ahead and charge right at it. We can go ahead and grab one of our first and easiest shines. Breakthrough. Mario enters. We break and enter. That pinata is still there. Unfortunately, we can't get him. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. Wait, what? How did he not get? There we go. Make him get angry, even though he really won't face our direction. Nah, he didn't. But we already got one shine, and we're in basically a minute into the video. Easy game. It's an easy game, guys. Alright. So, in all honesty, we're just gonna be seeing this section go on and on forever, where there are a few more shines we can get. There is one more we can do with the rocket nozzle. Not the rocket nozzle. This one right here. I forget what this is called. I'm going to have to put it somewhere on here so you guys can know. Or put it there earlier because it's kind of embarrassing. I can't remember this one. What we're going to do now is similar to the corner where we were to get to that to that door. What we're going to do is similar to where the police officers were. They're pretty much always going to be stationed there every single time. But what we're going to do is use the exact same method, but this one won't lead us straight directly into a shine. This will actually lead us into a level that we've never seen before, and I'll talk a little bit more once we head into it. Once it glitches. These are the kind of levels that are hidden throughout Isle Delfino. I don't know why it does that. That's so bad. These levels are pretty much designed all around Isle Delfino. It's basically just a cloud background, pretty much the similar background that we saw when we did the Sandbird level. And it's just basically themed around Isle Delfino. Unlike the secret levels that we see in other locations, this is more centered towards that. But the objective is still the same. We're going to be collecting shines. We just have to time our jumps perfectly well. You don't have to be exact, but you do have to make sure you're not, you know, too lackluster. This is honestly really easy to get when you have this attachment. Maybe not so much with other ones, but just make sure you do your timings right. And oh, I almost missed that. You shouldn't miss it. Honestly, when you're jumping up from the very first or last ledge, you can easily land on the shine sprite. I just chose to play the safe route. But when you play the safe route, you at least get the shine sprite, which is our second at Isle Delfino. 2 down, pretty much 3 minutes in. We're making some really good time. I'm going to try to at least get as much shines as I can get in one sitting. There are still a good amount more that might require another episode. That's really just because once I pull up the map, the other one and really second is really going to focus on the Delfino airstrip. We haven't really been there since, honestly, the first episode. There really isn't a need to be. You really can only get 2 shines here. One is a legitimate hidden shine, and then, well, this is apart from, in fact, if I just pull it, okay, no. In fact, if I just pull it on the total count on Delfino airstrip, we already got 1. Then the next one is going to be red coins and then the yellow 100 coins. I might focus on that later. That's not a big deal now. Might as well just go ahead with the other ones, which we're going to go ahead and focus on right now. You can still get a few more shines and admittedly blue coins with this attachment too, but we're going to focus a few more shines on the rocket nozzle. And then we're going to go ahead and start pretty much where we started at the very first spot is that lighthouse. Or I guess where the bell is, not lighthouse. As you can see, probably pretty well, it's not looking pretty clean. Let's go ahead and head our way up there because we need to get up. We need to get up there. And of course, the rocket nozzle is pretty much the only thing that can do it. I believe if I head up, try to do it a bit more successfully than I'm doing. what we do is if we go ahead and clean it, I think, yeah, as long as you see that animation, you know you're cleaning it. I can go ahead, hit the underside a bit. I'm not doing a good job of cleaning this thing, am I? Okay, it shouldn't be that hard to clean it, guys. As long as you see that animation, you're cleaning it. Don't worry about moving around all around like I'm doing. It shouldn't take... It's really taking that much water to clean this thing? Jeez, this though is really dirty. Or I'm just not hitting it right. Let me head this way. Maybe if I'm spraying this direction, it might... Oh, there we go. It's going away. And very shortly, if you get that last speck, that's... It's really big. There we go. We uncovered the last shine, but it's actually hidden underground in that pipe. Now you may be wondering, how do we get there by chance? You do have to use what we never even touched on and I never even talked about, is the underground pipes. Now in order to get to it, you have to make sure you're connecting to the right one, and we are not. It's actually this one. It shows you what I know. The underground pipes really only come in useful in one situation that we're not really going to dig deep into. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. But this one is going to be important because if we go all the way down here, don't hit walls. You also get a remix of the underground Mario theme if you pay close attention and listen. Nice added touch. But what we're going to do is go ahead and make our way up. Okay, what you're supposed to do is jump. I thought the rocket also could do it, but... Going up, you collect the shine sprite. This is our third. I was about to say this is our 3. I believe the most I ever gotten in an episode was maybe 4, and that's really just because of the secret levels that makes me that I'm able to collect a good amount more. But we're obviously gonna well hit way past that mark. We're still nowhere near the end. What we're gonna go ahead and do now is still collect the other part of the rocket nozzle. Let's go ahead and collect that because there are a few more missions we can do with the rocket nozzle. And one, well, I'm gonna focus on one in a moment. What we're gonna do right now is head over to the Shine Gate. Of course, it was talked about in the beginning of our journey here, and hasn't really been talked to too much. Let's go ahead and make our way up, because there is 2 secrets that thing is holding right now. And one, probably the most obvious for those who have played this game, and ones that you may not be too familiar, but I did mention in the last in a few episodes back, is this red pipe. Similar to that red pipe that has Serena Beach, this red pipe houses the final mission in Super Mario Sunshine. Not necessarily the final in terms of last to access, but more just in terms of maybe some of the more difficult shines you'll get from this location. In my opinion, this last area that I'll name when we actually go ahead and approach it will be for at least a few more episodes. Houses some of the more difficult shines that I was ever able to get, and will hold some of the most difficult ones you'll see me attempt to do. I won't elaborate too much on it, just know for those who have played, this isn't exactly a great spot, but it is a nice and really cool location nonetheless. But what we are going to be focusing on is the Shine Gate that has this dirty shine, similar to the bell that was dirty. What we got to do is, of course, play janitor, clean the shine sprite. It should be a bit easier, admittedly. And once we get it down to shining prestige clean, we will see this. Oddly enough, cleaning the shine sprite gets us the shine sprite. And it's all the way up there. But of course, the rocket nozzle is your friend. Oh, I thought I messed that up. Wait, what? Oh, I like how I gained no vertical momentum in doing any of that. Sorry, lady. Just explode on her face. I can see how that could be taken a little bit different. Okay, let me try to... Oh my god, let me try to actually get up there. Okay. It's really not that hard to get up there. I'm just really making this difficult. But let's just go ahead and align yourself pretty much with the middle. As long as you rock it up, you will connect with the shine sprite, and you collect, of course, the shine hidden behind the Shine Gate. Interestingly enough, the Piñatas never decided that that would be a location that the shine sprite would be hidden at, but hey, what do I know? I do not live here. We're just unfortunately having to do what we need to do. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my controller is still shaking after collecting that shine sprite, and it's still shaking. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. I don't know if the mic can pick up that, but that's pretty funny how after collecting that shine, it's still putting my controller in rumble. I don't know if the camera can pick that up pretty well, or if my hand's shaking enough too much. That's actually pretty funny that that's the case. I don't even know how to get rid of it. Okay, there we go. I guess just hovering will get rid of it. That was very interesting. Unless that's just a weird exploit that I wasn't aware of, that's Alright, not important for the mission. What we are going to do is go ahead and collect some more secret shines, and one that was actually underneath our feet. Well, that's not really a pun, that's just more of, you know, the actual situation. There has been one hidden in the beach for the longest time. You are able to access it pretty much the moment you get here. And if you probably wouldn't realize it until you accidentally really do it. I certainly did not notice this when I first played this, when I did this the first time around, until I accidentally stumbled upon it. If you spray at the right spot, you probably saw it right there. Right here, you'll notice that there's a shine sprite silhouette, or I guess graffiti paint, right on the sand. Spray it just enough, and it unlocks a shine sprite for you. Oddly enough, I don't know how you're supposed to know that that's there. I've never seen any kind of conversation with NPCs that actually tell you that it's there. But, if you're like me, you might stumble upon it just casually wandering around Isle Delfino's beach. But of course, spraying it gets you that shine sprite. We are already up to 48 shine sprites. We already collected 5 in the beginning of the episode. I will say we are going to be nearing the time wrap, but what I do want to go ahead and do is collect one more shine sprite that does involve a secret level, and that doesn't involve needing any kind of special gadget or hover or nozzle or anything, but it will focus on a pipe over there. And we're going to go ahead and make our way over. I believe, I can't remember which mission this was, I'll be honest. But if it's the one where you just fall down, then it's honestly very easy, and I can try to start wrapping things up there, but maybe make sure before I speak too much on that. Really, the whole point of this, and ideally what I'm going to try to do in the next episode, is just to get a bunch of shine sprites around Isle Delfino. We've already collected, once we go down here, should be our 6th, and I can try to at least collect as much more as we make our way for the next 2 episodes, but this is the one I was thinking of. I don't get why my camera glitches in these levels. Alright, so pretty much similar to the one that we saw when we grabbed the first shine sprite in one of these in Isle Delfino levels in the beginning of the episode. It's pretty much all the way from the top heading down to the bottom. You can't really see it from this angle. But what you're really supposed to do is just do a cowabunga all the way to the shine sprite. None of this is really meant to be in your way. In fact, if I just go down, Mario just slides, and you do have really good control over Mario. It's very hard to fail. Oh, this kind of mission, I was just as I was being very worried that I was about to fail. All you have to do is just get down properly, land on this block really, take some damage. But honestly, even if you didn't do that like cautiously like I did, you actually can from the very top just jump, or even like dolphin dive all the way to the shine sprite. It is possible. Be that as you may, if you're willing and daring to do it, I'm going to go ahead and just collect the shine sprite, because that is our mission in grabbing shine 49. In fact, since time does allow, and I do know one more shine location we can get that won't really disturb too much of our next episode, we are going to go ahead and collect one more, just so we can make it an even 50, and really just say we collected 50 shine sprite. We are going to go ahead and collect a very easy one. As a matter of fact, it is going to be the 3rd level, or I guess the 3rd version of this. And it's going back to the game, this guy's minigame room, so we can go ahead and collect more. And let's talk to him again. Break all the crates within 30 seconds to win yourself a prize. Do we dare join? Of course. Honestly, just like before, it's not bad getting wet. I don't get how... Okay, I'm actually about to fail. Oh my god. How am I about to fail this mission? Oh my god. Yeah, I failed so bad. This is like a blooper reel in it. Oh my god. Oh, so close. Okay, let's go back outside and do that again. That was actually a good blooper reel right there. We're gonna keep that. Break all the crates within 30 seconds. In fact, before we do, let's give a round of applause for... What a great way to do that. Let's go ahead and do part 2. Sadly saying. Let's go ahead. This is actually going to be a lot better, because I'm actually, you know, going to be doing it properly. I don't get how I was able to control that so badly to where I could even do it. Like... A good player can do this mission in like 15 seconds, and it's managed to take me 30 just to barely break all of them. But we do have 10 seconds left just to break these 2, and I didn't miss that jump. In fact, if I go ahead and just spray this guy. leaving it down to nerves. I really thought I wasn't going to time it that well. Oh my god. At least the last shine we get today is the one that ends up being the one that we get cucked by the most. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy wet. Okay, hold on. Get this guy wet. I couldn't even... Oh, I couldn't do it in time. Doesn't matter. 50 shines. What a landmark to reach. And really, we look at that. 7 shines in all that. That is actually, I think, that'll either be equaled or tied for the most that we got in an episode. Probably the one that's going to follow up this episode will probably be the next one we will reach. But we're going to go ahead and end things here for today, guys, because within the 7 shine sprites, admittedly they all were easy, is a great stopping point for us. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Do hope you enjoyed. Minor recap, it was pretty much smooth sailing from here. Only blunder is I can't remember the name of that thing. But other than that, we collected a bunch of shines, very easy. Some just in plain sight that we were always just pretty much not ever close to getting, but was always in the way of us. And then other ones that we needed some help to get because they were just in secret areas. But other than that, 7 shines, they were pretty successful. Only one was just the last one that was just a minor blunder. But other than that, I'd say it's a great way to wrap things up for today. But I will say in the next episode, guys, we are still going to be staying at Isle Delfino and collecting a bit more shines there before we focus back on the places that we've already visited. I just wanted to give some love to Isle Delfino since we just hadn't really touched too much on it. But the next episode, we're coming back here, guys. Guys, this has been your boy Ron. Till next time, I'll see you guys back at Isle Delfino. Grab a lot more shine sprites, and then we can focus on some of the areas and start wrapping up a lot of them too, since we are somewhat hitting near the end. But we'll talk a lot more about that later. I'll see you guys then. Take care.